Hi, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the It's Your Life in Your Choice 2 podcast. And this is a segment called Alley Ups and Alley Oops, where I talk about the ups and downs that I go through in life so you know, as an influencer, that it isn't all sunshine and rainbows. And I'm not trying to put a persona out there of what I want you to see. And instead, I'm going to show you the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between because I want you to know that we are real human beings, but I'm here to help you guys get through this stuff too because trust me, it's not easy, but we can get through it together. So, I hope you guys are having a great start of your week, especially after a 3 day weekend for most of us. Um, it was a stressful weekend for me. I did get to rest a little bit. I did not catch up on sleep because of said stress. Like one night, I didn't go to bed till like it was past 1:30 in the morning, almost 2 in the morning, and I woke up and had to get up at 8:30 in the morning and get ready and take the boys to church. And then last night, I did not fall asleep till like midnight and had to get up at 6 something this morning, which I didn't. I stayed in bed and just like contemplated life. I know some of us do that. Like, when you're just sitting there and you're just like, I gotta get up, but I don't want to get up. I eventually did, thankfully. Today has been weird, a little flip floppy. Um, Nonetheless, here we are. And I did have some issues with my sound. I was working on it for like almost 30 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. But I just don't know what's going on. I'm using my Bluetooth method now, and I've already tested it. It's working. Round of applause for that. However, I don't know what's going on with the whole using the wire mic system to get it to pick up sound on my phone. I can hear myself through my headset, so obviously stuff is working. I just don't understand what's the miscommunication from said soundboard to my phone using the cord, but yet Bluetooth is working. I'm not a technologically advanced person. I don't even edit my videos because I don't know how to, but nonetheless, again, like I said earlier, here we are. We're getting through it. We're gonna give this day our all. I'm currently also in the middle of cleaning out my car. Um, I still need to bomb it too. Like you know the little air freshener things that you set off a fogger to like air freshen the car. So I got my AC fixed. As to why I have to do this. My AC was leaking into my car. I've already put down vinegar. I've already soaked it all up. Like I actually took a steam cleaner and like cleaned the carpet in my car because the water had leaked into the passenger side of the car. And I've used vinegar to get rid of the smell. And I just to add an extra layer since I have been I've lost some hours at work, but I want to Uber on the side to still make money. So I need my car smelling nice, though I don't know if I don't think so. I'm already thinking it in my head. I need to vacuum my car after I do the whole like fog thingy because I got everything out of my car. It's behind me, you can't see it, but everything's out. And now I need to actually make it smell nice and then put everything back in and also vacuum it. But I have a house to clean this afternoon, so we'll get it figured out. It looks like it's not supposed to take that long to clean anyways, so what I'm gonna probably do is when I'm done, maybe go vacuum the car before I have to pick up the kids. We'll see. I'll figure it out. We'll get it done. Either way, because right now my schedule's not showing me as having anything on for tomorrow, so I gotta make money nonetheless. So if that means I need to Uber, I'm gonna have to Uber. I gotta keep the lights on. I'm trusting the process, which that actually, I love how that wonderfully ties in to what I'm wanting to talk about today, which is trusting the process. Like, it is so hard when life is truly hitting you down and, like, things are coming awry. And I don't like to use the term one thing after another because you have to watch your words. However, it has felt like it's been one after another. My finances have really been taking a hit. However, God has provided, and I'm so grateful for, like the saying goes, is He places you at tables in front of your enemies, and He whispers your name into other people's ears that you didn't even know were going to know you, and He sets things up. He's been doing that. And I'm just trusting Him and trusting the process He has for me and just trying to be obedient and do the things that He asks of me. It is not easy when you don't know what the future holds and you're stressy like me, and being a single mom of 3 boys, I'm like, um, how am I going to keep the lights on? Like, I don't want to have to move back to my mom's. Like, I love you, Mom. I do. It's just that's not the environment I want for my kids. Because that's a lot of people in one household. And my kids love to be loud and yell and be obnoxious, and I allow them to do that within parameters and boundaries. And I don't want them, because they're used to their household, to be in a disarray because now it's 4 of us coming in. So I'm trying to do everything in my power to keep my boys here. Plus, I also don't want to keep moving them around. Like, this is going to be... They went from living in one apartment to another now. Like, we've lived in 3 different places. It's now been a year. In a matter of a year, we've lived at 3 different places. One, we did stay out for quite some time. One, we didn't even make it a full year to. I think it was just around 7 months that we lived at the old place. And then we moved here because of that situation, which will be on another podcast. That I want to make sure that when I explain what happened with my old roommate that was my best friend, I want to be in a loving mindset, because I have forgiven her. It still hurts how things went down. However, I understand why things had to happen the way that they happened. But that's also about trusting the process. It goes right back into it. Like, I had to trust the process of what was going to happen. And I understand now, having been out of it, coming through to the other side, why everything had to happen the way that it happened. And I wouldn't have gotten to where I am now. And it's the same thing that I'm going through now, like with my finances taking a hit and not knowing like truly what the future holds. Is I'm trusting the process that things are going to work out in my favor, that things are going to be more beneficial. Like, if actually, it's just one thing that I love about church this past week and what I learned. Like, if you remember the catalogs, those of you who are like older, and when we had to do catalogs and check boxes in the magazine, that you were okay with getting stuff if the item you were requesting was not in stock, of getting something of greater or equal value. And that's what I'm realizing, that the things that I have been praying for, that I've been asking for, whatever you believe in, if you pray, if you ask the universe for stuff, or you ask your gods, whatever, for stuff, or maybe you don't believe at all, your choice. But with that being said, like, if you are wanting more, sometimes what we get back can exceed our expectations and actually be more plentiful and be more successful for us. Or we may get something of equal value. Maybe it's not the exact, like, for instance, the job that we wanted, but it's something that still does exactly what you need. It provides, it's still a good job, like, you're able to have good hours, like, around pretty decent people. It ties into also your mindset. trusting the process and not just wanting to create chaos, to go overboard and being overwhelmed and just spewing, like how I talked about watching your words, like your words have power, like this ties into it. Like trusting the process isn't just, okay, I trust whatever's going to happen will happen. It's also speaking those words over yourself that I'm going to be successful, I'm going to be abundant, I'm going to achieve more, that this little season that I'm in is only temporary and it's to get me to the next place. And I need to hold on even when it's super tough, because that means something is right around the corner. And it always happens. Like when we go through these seasons, there is a breakthrough. We may not see it the way that we expect it to, but that's where you got to back off your expectations and trust the process. Like trust that everything's going to work out. And once you have that abundant and that successful mindset, things start to fall into place for you, because your frequency changes, your vibration changes, and you're elevating yourself higher. If you truly want to grow, like this is part of the process of growing, and it's not going to happen overnight. I say it so often because it's not. This is something that takes time to keep continuously rewriting your mindset, rewriting your brain, rewriting your thoughts, all of it. I didn't just automatically wake up one day and said, I'm going to think this way, I'm going to be this way. No, it took me constantly, like God says, take captive of your thoughts. Take captive of your thoughts. When you have those thoughts that are coming into play, that are like, this is if you believe or not. Your preference is your preference, but taking captive of those negative thoughts that come into play. Oh, I'm worthless. Oh, I'm not worth anything. I'm a failure. All these thoughts that come out, like you're lowering your vibration, and basically what happens, it's a boomerang out, that you're sending those words, those vibrations, the frequency out, and you're gonna get that in return. You're gonna have more ways to feel like a failure, to feel like you're not worth it. So once you start deciding that, well, hold up, I don't like that thought about myself. No, I'm not a failure. Right now it feels as if I am failing, but I am not a failure. I am worthy. That this is going to discipline me. This is something to work through. This is teaching me. I may not understand fully what's going on, but I trust that I'm going to see myself through to the other side. Understand? Like, I hope that makes sense. Like, trusting the process is not, it's easier said than done. It's not just anything that's going to happen overnight. But you're going to set yourself up with a better foundation, with that better, like, expectation that something good is going to happen. Maybe it's not the expectation of this is going to happen, but something great is going to come out of this. So it's shifting your point of view. So right now, you guys can only see me at this angle, but if I was to turn my phone and face it a different way, it would shift your point of view. And that's all you're doing. To trust the process, you're shifting your point of view. You're understanding that you don't know the future. You can't control everything. You can only control yourself. And with that, things that you can't control, try not to worry about it. I know, I do it too. Don't worry about it. I can already hear it. Try not to worry about it, but you don't understand my expectation, like my situation. There's I know. I get it. I'm in a boat too with you, and it feels like it's sinking, but it's not. And I'm still floating. My head's above water. Like, things are still working out for my good. It's just, woosah, heal my heart. It's okay. We got this. Everything's gonna be okay. So, yeah. I want you guys to succeed. I want you guys to make it through, and when you look back on these seasons that you go through, the when you're coming off the mountain and you're going through a valley and you're about to go back up, that when you do look back, you understand why some of these things happened. Also, trusting the process is part of breaking cycles. If you keep repeating a certain cycle, maybe you need to wake up to it and ask yourself, well, why does this keep repeating? What keeps happening that I'm feeling this way? Or why is my finances continuously taking a hit? Well, for my instance, I wasn't saving. I'm gonna just be real. I'm gonna put my dirty laundry out there. I was not saving. I was terrible about, like, I didn't have money until my next paycheck. And I would just be like, say I had $30 left over. All my bills are paid, gas is in the tank. I'd be like, okay, I got $5 to go to Wawa and get their little breakfast deal of a nice coffee and a breakfast sandwich with a hash brown. Sure, why don't I, spend this on myself? No, I can make that stuff at home. And I just, if I had it, I spent it. And now I'm having to realize, no, like, if I want to be out of this situation and if life happens, then I have to do this hard thing, which is learning to save. And even though I got the money, that doesn't mean it needs to be spent. So it's not easy. I'm gonna keep saying that. I don't know how many times. It's not. It's really hard because, like, when you need something or you want something, you're just like, it's like an itch almost. And I'm now learning to buy what I need, not what I want. Like, I'm running out of toilet paper. I need toilet paper. Plain and simple. I'm running out of deodorant. I need deodorant. But, oh, you see, that's a new vacuum cleaner. Mine's making a really weird, loud noise, which it actually is. But let me go ahead and get this new vacuum cleaner. No, that one still works. Maybe I can figure out what's making that noise happen and try to fix it. It's still cleaning the floor. I want the new vacuum. I don't need the new vacuum. So, this is kind of example. I'm trying to use things in my life, but yeah. Oh, another thing is I've noticed we have a perfectly good functioning TV. Ooh, excuse me. And yet we choose to still go out and buy a new TV, especially during tax return or Christmas. What's up with that? Like, genuinely, like, you have a perfectly functioning TV, yet you go out and get a new one. You don't need it, you want it. And to each their own. That's just, you do you. But for my sake, I'm having to learn this lesson now so I don't keep staying in the cycle to actually have the savings built up. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, most Americans, there's like a good portion of us that don't even have $1,000 in the bank account. And if you want to get out of this poverty mindset, if you want to get out of being stuck, you need at least 1,000. Once you get 1,000 saved up, then you need to start paying off debts. And that's going to be the next thing that I go into. That once I have that 1,000 saved up, which in a way I technically have it, technically don't. So when I physically see 1,000 in my bank account saved up is when I'm going to move to, okay, well, these are things that need to get paid off. What do I need to do to get said things paid off? if I can set up a payment plan. And without touching what's in saving, I want to keep accumulating that money. So it's all about trusting the process, and I'm understanding what needs to be done now. I don't fully know what the future holds. However, I'm making the choices that I need to make in order to get to that future that I want. Remember how I talked to you guys about like your highest self? For those of you who are new here, you have a version of you that you want to be. Like how he or she looks, how they dress, how they talk, the whole nine. What does their place look like? How do they do their hair? How do they do their nails? What jewelry do they wear? The whole nine. What car do they drive? That version of you that you see, you need to take necessary steps to get to that version of you. Well, taking care of myself more. I really need to work on eating better. Sweets are a love-hate relationship. Like, sometimes I want them, sometimes I hate them. But getting into that physical body that I want to be in, like getting into shape. Also, I right now with the finances, I'm learning to save, like having this set up so I have a cushion in case, life happens, emergencies happen. Like I have this version of me that I want to be, but there's like things I have to do in order to get to this person, and it's trusting the process and taking care of you, changing your mindset, like changing the way you speak, all of it. Like all of this goes into growing, succeeding, and like as I'm going through these instances, this is the whole point why I have alley ups and alley oops, because it's the ups and downs I go through in life. Like alley ups, woohoo, scored, like we got this, and alley oops, I messed up. So this is in real time playing out, so you guys can maybe understand where I'm coming from. Maybe I'm not giving you all the details. Like, I'm trying to do the best I can. Like, I do want to, when I get into a better habit and a better place, and also figuring out a better setup, I want to go into more of doing the segments I was doing about what's going on in my life, what happened in the past, to where I am now. Give you guys the actual fine print details that I know some people are interested in knowing, as to, well, how did Allie come to be? How did this podcast come to be fully? Like, what got you to here? And it's sharing my part of my story, my testimony, whatever the case may be, sometimes can reach people that are like, oh wow, I'm going through similar circumstances, maybe not the same, but similar, and can reach them and say, you know what, I can get through this too. I can overcome this. And that's what I'm wanting. I want to reach people and help them grow. This podcast is truly about, like, not only bettering myself, but also wanting to help better you guys, to be there for you guys. Speaking of being there for you guys, I have an email that you can send in. Like, I'm going to get to a point where emails will be read on the podcast anonymously. So if you're going through stuff and you want help, I got you. Like, send in the details. Like, make sure you're taking accountability. But, like, discuss whatever's going on in your life. Like, hardships, job stuff, relationship stuff, family stuff, friend stuff, whatever the case may be that you're dealing with, send it in. Like, if you want advice, you want help, remember, I'm not a professional, but this is personal experience, personal opinions going off of that. I want to be there for you guys. And even if you don't want this, like, shared on the podcast, you just want somebody to listen, I got you. We can do that. And why I want to do this is because some of my darkest times, I didn't have someone that was just willing to listen and not fix my problems, or I needed someone to help me get out of this situation, shed better light on it, and they couldn't, because they're like, well, I don't know, I've never been through that, I don't understand your circumstances, I don't understand your situation. You can always empathize with people and still try to shed some light on, well, maybe try to navigate this way, try it this way, whatever. Like, I want people to do better in life. I want you all to succeed, and I want you to succeed with me. Like, as I grow in whatever happens, if I take off, like, y'all are coming with me. Like, let's go, jump on this ride. Like, we're all going to succeed, because the billionaires that are at the top, they all work together. So guess what? Us here at the bottom, we're going to work together and get to the top. All right? That's what I have planned. So if you want to send in an email, you can send it into it's your life period your choice 2 the number 2 at gmail.com. And just be careful with verbiage, be careful with like names, try to be like make up names or whatever. Most of them will be blocked out and be read anonymously. And details. And don't trauma dump. Like, you can say, hey, this is what's going on, to like explain a little bit why you're in said situation, but what I mean by trauma dump, don't be like, woe's me, like, pity me, tiny violin, okay? But I love you guys. Go out into the world and trust the process, because things are working out for your good. You're just in a season, and you need to understand what's happening and learn from it and move forward. You've got this, okay? Love you guys. See you next time.